I am writing this reply as if it were the article one should have read 8 years ago. This is not meant as a guide to narcissism but as a primer on narcissistic behaviors. Hopefully as an early warning to those who are wondering WTF is going on. I give a few examples from my experiences, but there are many thousands of untold examples, so don't look for exact matches but instead to the types of things you may be encountering. Narcissists do operate on a sliding scale of malignancy, so your experience may be better or worse than the generalized presentation given here. Do more research. At the point of being 75% certain what you are looking at, get out. The other 25-50% is your trauma bonding, lying to yourself. What are the dead giveaways of being in a relationship with a narcissist? The speed and persistence of the love bombing attack. Yes, it is an attack. It is premeditated, planned and executed with the sole purpose of ensnaring you into their world of abuse. Author's edit. After further research, I will need to say that it can feel like a premeditated attack. Especially in hindsight. At least for higher functioning narcissists, they go into this intense period of bonding hoping that this will be the right one and everything is going to be okay this time. Perhaps it might be described as an infatuation on steroids. The big difference from the first description is that the inevitable destruction that follows is not planned but as a result of how the narcissist's view of the relationship changes over time. The mirroring. Your narcissist will like or even adore everything you do during love bombing. You end up thinking they are the perfect mate. The one you have been waiting for. No one actually likes everything another person does. You start hearing stories from your partner about other people, events, sexcapades, attacks. The stories will often take the form of your partner being a third-party observer or a victim or blaming a bad-acting friend or relative. Examples: when I worked at XYZ, it was one big F***CK fest in the back room. That's all anyone did. It was amazing. Of course I was married and didn't do any of that. She did. My father abused me as a child. Truth, she routinely exposed herself to her father from 12 till his death 5 decades later. I accidentally crushed the head of my dog in the garage door. His eyes bulged out. More graphic details but no empathy. The neighbor poisoned another neighbor's dog because it barked. Truth, she is known to have poisoned a number of dogs including a neighbor's, her previous husband's and mine. And she did crush a dog's head, by accident. The first of many rages occurs. When you hear one you will know it. A stream of vitriolic raging insults that no one I know could mimic. The excuses start. I was drunk. I had a bad day. Somebody did XYZ to me. Unknown substance abuse suddenly emerge. I started throwing out alcohol and literally burned a melon-sized pile of fentanyl in order to protect her. Normal societal rules no longer apply. Shoplifting even when there is plenty of money. Rules of the road don't apply to me. Unfounded accusations start to be expressed. They are transferring their behaviors onto you. Mishandling money becomes very apparent. Pay bills? What, me? This isn't fair, so I am going to pay late or you should pay. The cheating starts to become obvious. Coming home late, talking incessantly about someone at work, the locked phone, don't ever call me on a video chat. Each will have their own technique but you will know, and self-deny. You will notice subtle lies. Over time they will grow in magnitude and frequency. The changes will be incremental, but if you know what look for, be obvious. You will make excuses until you just can't anymore. They will transition from love bombing to denigration. The transition may be gradual or not. You will see the change in attitude but won't believe it is happening. If you know ahead of time, it is obvious. They will hide your keys and tell you, you are crazy. They will start calling you names, throwing insults, fight baiting you and accusing you of starting it. They will use flimsy excuses for escaping for the day or week in order to be with someone else. You will literally feel the changes. You may see a change in the things that you thought you shared. A change in music taste, political views, sexual tastes. Your partner is adapting to the mirroring process while love bombing your replacement. This is the beginning of the discard phase. Now for some of the backstory. Here is what you didn't or maybe still don't know. Your brain has been changing. Yes, research clearly supports this. You are trauma-bound to your partner. Your brain is reacting to your partner just the same as if they were an addictive drug. I know, very weird but true. This has been and will make your escape from this monster very difficult and painful. It may even cause you to stick it out long after you know better. Or worse, return to the emotional maelstrom at a later date. You are most probably suffering from a form of PTSD. Both of these conditions are created autonomously, without your knowledge or permission. You will need professional help to recover. A final note. That wonderful relationship you had during the love bombing phase was fake. There never was an actual relationship, just the stalking of a new victim by a psychological predator. It hurts tremendously and feels crushing. This is the actual intent of the love of your life.